Here we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam. Don't call me doctor, don't call me mister. If you call me doctor, you have to pay me. Right, I'm going to tell you about something called technology adoption. Who among you has adopted some form of technology in the last few years?
What do you mean by adopted?
Adopt is to start using, to take up something you were not doing all along. Who has started using something lately in the last few years? Yes, what was it?
Pretty much using a computer in the last 4 years.
Good.
Before then.
Good. Using computers. Someone else? Yes?
Well, along the same lines, emails.
How about a mobile phone? How about when we change from diskette to memory stick?
Yeah.
MP3 players? All of us have adopted some form of technology in the last few years. So this is what I'm just going to discuss with you. And I'm going to look at what are called adoption models of technology. Technology adoption models come in different ways. I'm just going to introduce only two of them to you. There is the classic technology adoption model started by a man called Davis, and it's abbreviated on the board there as TAM, which means TAM, Technology Adoption Model. And there is something called Task Technology Fit. And then, finally, I'm going to show you a combination of the two of them to make one. I hope you're going to enjoy the lesson. Anyway, let's start with the technology adoption model, which is the traditional classic one, which came up first, done by Davis. Let's go back to the latest technology we have just all adopted. Probably it's the memory stick. What did you say, Ian? What did you adopt lately?
The use of a computer.
Use of a computer. Okay, let's go to the use of a computer, which we are all doing even right now in this lesson. There are some features of a computer that make you want to use it. It is probably, let's look at different kinds of computers. We have the Apple, we have the Mac, and we have the PCs. When you look at these PCs, they can do the same, these computers aspect of technology. There are similarities in what they can do, and there are differences. What do you think is the difference between Windows and Apple?
Well,
Quick shots, yes?
Apple is designed for user interaction. It's much easier to use than a Windows computer.
Usability, and what else? Something else? Any difference between the two?
It's prettier.
Good looking. What else? Just one more. Give me one more. Simplicity, usability, simplicity, right. But I'm just going to take usability. Under usability, I want you to look at that bottom table, bottom box, which is called perceived ease of use. And together with it, there is a twin brother up there called perceived usefulness. You see, when we look at technology adoption, we're looking at the individual, what you perceive about the technology. Did you think you want to write? Did you think this is useful in the business of writing? Or you would rather stick with a slate and a stone and a piece of chalk? Do you think also it is easy to write with this than it is to write with the keyboard? So, Davis et al. Came up with this model. They said, no, you have to perceive that this thing is useful. And then you perceive that this is easy to use, and that will influence the behavior or intention to want to use. And finally, the thing they wanted to really concentrate on was the actual usage of the technology. Going back to the original computer, you perceive that an Apple is user-friendly, as Fabio said, right? And you think there is some ease of use, and it does the job. So, as a result, you go back to the shopping mall and want to keep on buying the next one after you have run down the previous one. And finally, the actual use is the final construct we have here. This technology adoption model was modified in different ways. And I'm just going to show you a modification done for e-commerce, which apparently is my area of interest. And they say that relationship we saw between these two wasn't as important. But they noticed another relationship which wasn't there originally. The use between perceived usefulness and actual use. They noticed that, let's take for instance online shopping. You might not be a believer who wants to continue to be a behavioral user of online shopping, taking it as a technology. But for convenience sake, you might think, oh, the cheapest ticket to London, I get it on Megabus. So I'm just gonna buy it. But this is not there, but actual usage is there. So they came up with another line like that. And then, as a result, they said, oh, in scientific terminology, in positivist thinking, you might now say technology adoption model term predicts intention to use, as well as actual usage. Right. But there is another far more different one which looks at this business of adoption in a different way. Right? It is called the task technology model. And these are the task technology fit. How the technology fits the task that has got to be done. Let's go back to an example of the memory stick. The task we want to do is to do what? What do we want to do with the memory stick?
Carry some data. Carry
data. What do we want? What else do we want to do?
Store information.
Store information. That is the task. Right. How about the characteristics of the technology?
Small.
It's small, portable. What else? What's the other characteristic?
Durable.
An important feature, durability, and what else?
Elegantly.
Probably in contrast with the previous ones. The memory, the disks had common problems, which are not on the memory stick.
Space.
Space, good. It is big volume. What else?
The memory stick is convenient, isn't it? It's just
Convenient.
quick.
So, and then finally you say, this model, they say, if you have these independent constructs which tend to feed into this dependent, you say, actually, how the task, online shopping, fits out, a memory stick, fits into the business, the technology, how it managed to do the task, carry out the task, is important to me. That determines your actual use, utilization, and it is an impact on the performance. So this model and the previous one can be put together to bring up something which, after a lot of analysis, they found that this on its own was just technology fit, was a bit more efficient than the technology adoption model on its own. So they put them together and came up with what we got here, which is two parts being better than the individual ones put together. So finally, we have seen two models of technology adoption model, and we say they are, do you remember class, what did I say that was the first one?
Technology adoption.
Technology adoption model, and the next one was called?
TTF.
TTF, task technology fit. And we have seen the combined version of the two of them. And finally, I wonder if anyone has got a question. Socrates used to say, when you have not understood anything, you can't even ask a question. Do you want to tell me you didn't understand anything? Oh, don't humiliate me, class. Just one question. All right, thank you very much. It was a pleasure having to talk to you. You look very beautiful from here. Thank you.